What is up, guys? What's going on? Welcome to the channel. Love you all, you beautiful people. You are now intergalactically connected. You all ready? I'm King Astro. Let's go. Bring in my theme music. Alright guys, welcome back. As you can see, we got RDR2 on the screen. Definitely one of my favorite games out there to play. Now, to be in the Wild Wild West, you definitely had to be retaining. Okay? To be in these times where anything could happen, where it was wild, everybody was carrying, okay, fully loaded. You had to have brain power. You had to have masculine energy. So, a guy like Arthur, this guy, there's no way he was jerking off and squandering, to survive in these times. I know it's just a video game, but, those who survived those times, they were definitely on something else. Most likely semen retention, okay? Definitely a beautiful game. If you want to purchase this game and like the gameplay, I'll leave a link in the description where you can get it on Amazon. Alright? Now let's get into the topic at hand. Okay? What I want to talk about is the law of attraction and how the law of attraction relates to semen retention and electromagnetism and frequencies. Okay? And how semen retention affects all of this. Okay? It might seem like I'm going off on a tangent, but it's all connected. Trust me. Trust and believe it. It's all connected. Alright? Now, first things first. Let's talk about the law of attraction and how most people perceive what the law of attraction to be. Alright? I'm just going to give you my thoughts and my concept of how I feel what the law of attraction is. Okay? Alright. So the law of attraction is like a duality concept. Okay, it's like left and right, black and white, positive and negative. Okay, the yin and the yang, but they work together. The yin and the yang is separate, but they come together to work as one. Okay, that's why you get the spiral with the black and the white spiraling into each other. Okay, because they work in harmony with each other. Okay, now. The law of attraction is pretty much electric energy and magnetic energy combined to create vibration of frequencies which can attract what you want or don't want, what you think about or don't think about. Alright? Put it like this. Okay, your body and everything around you has a electrical and magnetic charge. Okay? Now, depending on how high your electrical charge is or how high your magnetic charge is, that's what you're going to be vibrating and resonating on. Okay? You can have a high vibration and high resonance depending on the frequencies of your magnetic and electric charge. Alright? So, pretty much what facilitates this electric and magnetic charge or certain organs in your body. And what organs are these? You got your brain, which is highly electrical. Okay, your thoughts have an electrical charge, which send out electrical signals. Okay, and then you have your heart, which is your second brain. It could be your first brain too, but let's just say it's your second brain. It's like a brain. Your heart, which is facilitates emotion and your feeling. It sends out a magnetic signals, magnetic charges. So when you combine these two, okay, the brain and the heart, okay, your emotions and your thoughts and emotions, your brain and your heart, when you combine these two, that's when you start to get electric and magnetism working in conjunction with each other. And this is what they call electromagnetism. Okay? So now stick with me. We're going to talk about this duality concept and I'm going to bring it back to semen retention, okay? Okay, so when you're retaining your seed, okay, I already gave the process of how this works. Okay, you have your pineal gland, which is the electrical charge. The pineal gland, which is the male, the pineal gland, the third eye, the pineal gland, which represents the solar, the sun. Okay, the sun is electrical in nature. And then you have the the pituitary gland, which is the female, which is the lunar. The moon is magnetic in nature. Okay, you know, the moon affects the ocean, the waves, the air. Okay, gravitational pull. Okay, the sun is information. Okay, it gives out information on nature, how trees can grow, how, you know, fruits can be bared, and the information that you get in your mind and your body, and, you know, your molecular structure. This all comes from the sun. Okay, the sun facilitates life. Okay, so now you have to look at this yin and yang and how they work in conjunction with each other. Okay, so you have the brain and the heart. You have your thoughts and your emotions. Okay, when your thoughts are in sync with your emotions, you think positive, you feel positive. Okay, you think pure thoughts of compassion and caring. You feel compassion and caring and empathy. Then you start to raise your electric and magnetic energy or vibration that's going on within you. Okay, so back to the pituitary and the pineal gland. These two glands create a fluid. Okay, the pineal creates a honey-like substance. Okay, which is, like I said, it's the color of honey. It's yellow. It's the sun. The pineal gland creates the sun liquid, the solar liquid. Okay, which is melatonin. And basically melatonin is facilitates your mood, your immune system, your sleep patterns, your sleep rhythm, and it's also anti-aging in nature. Okay, this comes from your pineal. This is the honey, the sun. Okay, and has an electrical charge. Okay, everything's connected. Like I said, the sun, electricity, pineal, honey, electricity. Okay, now we go to the pituitary, which is a female gland, the moon gland, lunar, and this pituitary gland creates a white substance. Okay, milk. Okay, which is oxytocin or vasopressin. Okay, which facilitates, you know, trust, peace, empathy, and it helps control your fear, anxiety, and aggression. Okay, these two liquid substances that's made from your brain, combined with your cerebral spinal fluid, the CSF, travels down your 33 vertebrae, down to the solar plexus, you know, passes down the heart, down the solar plexus, okay, where sperm and semen is created, and then this drops into your root, and then it sits there. Okay, if not squandered, after 28 days, it rises back up the vertebrae, okay, passes through the heart chakra, back into the hypothalamus of your brain, where it sits for 2.5 days, waiting to be transmuted. Okay, if it sits for 2.5 days, if refined, okay, and reserved, is waiting to be transmuted into different parts of your brain. And when this happens, that's when you get intuition, imagination, focus, power, peace, love, healing, knowledge, understanding. It's very, very powerful stuff. That's why you should not be squandering away your vital fluids. That's why you shouldn't be jerking off and masturbating to porn, because you're literally just releasing all your vital fluids, your electrical, your magnetic energy. You just let it go. Okay, the longer you hold on, the longer you retain your semen, and you have to go longer than just 30 days in order to get the full benefits. Okay, I'm 120 days in right now. 120 days in, and I can't even begin to name all the benefits. I will make a video talking about all the benefits. It's going to be a long, extensive video because there's lots of them. But you just have to retain as long as possible. You have to at least think about going for a year, because that's when you can fill up this energy. This energy happens, this cycle happens once a month. The cycle of pituitary and pineal gland and CSF going down the vertebrae and traveling back up the spine to the brain happens once a month, 12 times a year. Okay? And you want to retain as long as possible, because then your cup will overflow. And when your cup is overflow, if you ever did squander, you won't lose all your gains. Okay? You just spill a little bit, but you still have your cup full, if you know what I mean. Okay? 120 days in, and I'm going for 360, baby. Let's do it. Okay, back to the law of attraction. Okay, the yin and the yang, the duality concept. Okay, the pituitary and the pineal gland, the milk and the honey, which is in the Bible, the land of the milk and honey. Okay, which I think has to do with Moses. It's in Deuteronomy, the land of milk and honey, when he traveled down the river Jordan. Okay, the river Jordan just represents your spine, your 33 vertebrae, and back up the river Jordan into the land of the milk and honey. And that's where the hypothalamus is, where this CSF sits for 2.5 days, waiting to be refined and transmuted into your brain. Okay? The sun and the moon, the left and the right, positive and negative. Okay? And these electric and magnetic charges within you are responsible for your aura and your chakras. Okay? Your thoughts, your mind, your brain. The electrical charge affects your aura. Your aura spans about 8 feet around you. It's like an 8 feet big ass bubble. Okay? And then your chakras is magnetic. This depends on what your heart is feeling, and how you carry yourself. If you have caring and love in your heart, then your magnetic energy, your magnetic powers are magnified, are heightened. Okay, so that's when you combine your thought with your emotion. Let's say you really, really, really want that car. Okay, you have to think about the car. You have to think about being in the car, think about driving the car and how the car smells. You have to use your mind, have an imagination, and then you gotta feel yourself driving. Think of how it'll feel when your hair is blowing in the wind and you're driving in the car, and the smell of the car, and you feeling the leather seats, and you just being happy to have what you want. Combine those two, and that's when you start to affect your electric and magnetic charges that's going on within you. Okay? So, like I said, the law of attraction is the duality concept, but it all goes back to semen retention, because when you retain, okay, you're pretty much building up that electrical magnetic charge, that electromagnetism that's within you, which will make the law of attraction work for you, which makes it stronger. Okay, you're just like a battery, you know, you gotta reserve your energy. If you keep on squandering, a lot of people are in low reserve. You know, we reserve battery. Okay, you're in the red. You want to get back into the green. Okay? And to get back in the green, you have to retain your semen. And don't just retain and sit on your butt. You gotta transmute that energy. Because it's like a battery. If you're charging a battery and you just leave it on a charger, the battery is gonna get hot because it's still charging, but it has no way to dispense that energy. So you gotta find a way to transmute the energy. Transmute it through fasting, okay? Transmute it through, I don't know, working on your passion or your hobby. Transmute it through exercise. Exercise is definitely a good way to transmute that energy, okay? To raise that energy up, to make sure that the flow is happening in between you. You have to trust in the cycle. Okay, everybody has a cycle. Women have cycles, men have cycles. The sun has a cycle, the moon has a cycle. Okay, that's why you want to fast when the moon is in your sun sign. If you are Cancer or Pisces, find out every month when the moon is in the Cancer or Pisces sign. In those 2.5 days, that's when you want to fast, to raise and refine this Christ oil that's within you. Okay? So now, giving you the law of attraction, the law of duality. Okay? Milk and honey. Okay? The moon and the sun. Okay? Dad and the mom. Okay? The male and the female. Electric, magnetic. Like I said, the sun, it's electrical. The moon, magnetic. Your brain, electrical. Your heart, magnetic. That's why when you combine semen retention with sun gazing and moon gazing, you automatically are raising your electromagnetism. Okay? This is just what I do. You know, you don't have to do what I do, but this is what I do to raise my vibration. Okay, because electric mixed with magnetism, okay, creates frequencies and sound waves. Okay, which sound creates vibration. Okay, and depending on the sound frequency, depends on the vibration that you're gonna get, and that vibration can affect matter. So if you want to vibrate at a high frequency, you have to retain your semen. You have to retain your electric and magnetic charge, because these charges come from your brain. Fluids, it's actual fluids that have these charges in you. And you might think it means nothing, but it's very powerful. These fluids create life. A whole nother human being with eyes, nose, mouth, legs. So you can't just squander this, you know? You really have to take it serious and honor this oil, honor this cycle that's happening between you. Okay, honor it for God. Okay, because God said you should. God did not intend for you to just be squandering and having sex here and there and there and there and there and just watching porn and polluting your mind. Because that's what porn does. Porn pollutes your mind. Porn makes your mind foggy. Porn makes you have a delusional, altered, augmented sense of reality. So you want to clear that brain fog. And once you stop watching porn, the brain fog is lifted. Once you start retaining, then you actually start to get focus and power. You start to actually affect your body. You start to affect your mind in a positive way. Okay? Let this oil refine itself. Let this oil cycle through you. Okay? Give it a year to cycle through you, and then you really see the benefits. Man, I can't tell you, like, in the past 120 days, my whole life has changed. My whole mentality. I've just gained so much information. I can't even explain it. It's just like my brain is just getting overloaded with information. All the questions that I'm looking for, I'm seeking for the truth, and that's what you should be doing. Okay, you gotta be seeking higher knowledge. You gotta be always seeking knowledge, because that's how you better yourself. Okay, and seeking knowledge, that's how you raise your electrical energy. Okay, and then you live righteous, you raise your magnetic energy. Okay, and it's all, like I said, law of attraction relates back to semen retention, and I'm gonna just explain more about electromagnetism. Okay, like I said, the electro and the magnetic comes from the brain and the heart. Okay, the electric brain, okay, the pineal, you know, it's all knowledge. You open your third eye, you have increased your electric abilities. You've increased your electric powers. When you sun gaze, you're increasing your electric powers. You have pure thoughts, positive thinking, you're increasing your electric powers. When you don't squander away your melatonin that comes from your pineal, you're increasing your electric powers. Okay, now back to the heart. When you don't squander away your pituitary fluids, the oxytocin or the vasopressin that comes from the hypothalamus in your brain. Okay, when you live your life with care, okay, gratitude and appreciation, compassion, empathy, forgiveness, and positive feeling, you increase your magnetic powers. Okay, by living in that state, you increase your magnetic powers, and you want to try and be in that state at all time. I know it's not easy, but you have to try. Okay, meditate, pray, give gratitude. Okay, so these electric and magnetic properties from your pineal and pituitary, your brain and your heart, they create a vibration. Okay, these waves create a vibration, and depending on the frequency of the vibration, you can raise your energy. The heart is the key. Your mind is the kingdom. Okay, you got to get through the heart to get to the kingdom. Kingdom, crown. That's the crown chakra. That's your mind. Knowledge. Kingdom, dominant, where you reside. Dormitory. Kingdom, dome. Okay, the heaven resides within you. Okay, the kingdom of heaven resides within you, and Jesus said that. And in order to be in the kingdom of heaven, it all depends on your thoughts and the vibration, and the quality of your thoughts and the vibration of your heart. Okay, it's what you feel and what you think. Okay, feeling is magnetic, thinking is electric. Alright, there's different experiments that you can see that's done on the internet, okay, which will explain this electromagnetism even better. There's different frequency experiments that have been done on the internet. Okay, it's like resonance experiments. So let's get deep. So electrical and magnetic waves create frequencies. Okay, and these frequencies, if tuned in to a certain frequency, you can alter matter, or you can even alter water. Right? So there's experiments where they exposed water to sound in a certain sound frequency, and they've literally created light and heat in the water and created a little star bubble within that water. Now how is that possible? Just through sound they've created light in water. You can look this up on the internet. There's different experiments where they've used sound at a certain frequency, and they've had sand in a box, and they point that frequency to the sand, and the sand starts to make geometrical shapes, geometrical patterns, perfect geometrical patterns based on the sound. And when you tune to different frequencies, the shape changes. Okay? It's meaning that frequency and sound can alter matter. Frequency and sound is electrical and magnetic. Okay, starting to make sense? So music is a certain frequency. Okay, music can put you at a certain vibration depending on the frequency of the music that you're listening to. Okay, you are 70% water. Earth is 70% water. Okay, so that means the Earth as a whole is affected by what's going on this Earth, because the water is taking that information in. The same with you and your body. Whatever you think and feel, if you're thinking negative and feeling negative, the electrical and magnetic charge is going to affect the water in you. And it's going to make that water, how can I put this? It's going to make that water toxic that's in you. And that's not what you want. Okay, you want that water to be clean, crystallized. So in order to do that, your frequency, your vibration, you have to raise it. You have to have positive thoughts. You have to have positive feelings. Because this affects the water within you. And water is everything. Like I said, you're 70% of it. And water carries that information throughout your whole body. Water in your blood, your whole system, everything. Okay? So pretty much the concept is, for electromagnetism to work, the law of attraction, you have to tune into the frequency of what you desire. Okay, so let's say you desire that house, or let's say you desire that car. Okay, that Dodge Hellcat has a certain frequency to it. That Dodge Hellcat has a certain magnetic and electrical frequency charge to it. All you have to do is tune your mind and your heart into that frequency, so you can draw that which you want closer to you. Does that make sense? Okay, you have to take advantage of what semen retention does, which increases your electrical and magnetic charge, which increases your vibration, which makes the law of attraction work. Okay, it's using the duality concept. Don't squander away your pineal and pituitary gland oils. Don't squander away this Christ oil while watching porn and jerking off. Okay, because this is the way to raise your vibration, to raise your frequency. Okay, and couple semen retention, what I said, like with sun gazing to get that electrical charge, and moon gazing to get that magnetic charge. Okay, and all this helps to raise the Christ oil within you, up the kundalini, all the way up to your brain, where if not squandered, it's refined and gets ready to be transmuted into different parts of your brain, which gives you a lot of brain power. It gives you focus, it gives you intuition, imagination, knowledge and understanding. This is what you want. Okay, you want to be able to see through the veil of what's going on right now. Because in these times, I'm telling you, it's going to get tough. In these times, you want to be retaining your semen. With all this pandemic and everything that's going on, shortage of food, you want to be retaining because you want to know how to move in these times. You want your vibration to be high. Okay, because everybody's vibration is really, really low. Everybody's thinking about the pandemic and viruses and shortage of food and school and what's going to happen to this at work. Everybody's vibrating low. Okay, so as a man, you need to bring your masculinity back. Okay, because right now it's one way. It's totally female energy, which is fine. Nothing wrong with female energy, but it can't just be one way. It's yin and yang. Male and female energy has to work together. The masculine and the feminine. The electrical and the magnetic. Okay? Male are more electrical in nature. Women are more magnetic in nature. That's why women are in tune with nature. Okay? And men, they just seem to use our logic and our brains to move around in this world. Women mostly use their hearts to navigate through this plane of existence. Makes sense? Duality concept, electromagnetism, male and female, mom, dad, man, woman, positive, negative, sun and the moon, your brain and your heart, pituitary gland, pineal gland, milk and honey, electric, magnetic, emotions and thoughts, heart and brain, auras and chakras. Okay, your chakras is magnetic energy. Okay, you want to raise your chakras, you want to raise your vibration. It starts with the heart. Okay, and then you have the electrical, which is your brain. You want to raise your vibration, you got to seek knowledge. Okay, you got to have a thirst for higher knowledge to get in touch with your higher self. Okay, because knowledge is power. Knowledge and information is power. The more you know, the better. But you have to have a level of understanding too and discernment of the information that you're taking in. And semen retention will help with that discernment. Semen retention will help you find those answers of what you're looking for. Okay? So, like I said, pretty simple concept. Like I said, frequency is everything. Music can change your frequency. What movie you're watching can change your frequency, can change your vibration. You know, if you're not watching things that uplift the heart or listening to things that uplift you, you can lower your vibration, and this can affect the cycle that's happening within you. Okay, who knew that music can actually affect the frequency of what's happening within you, can affect your electrical and magnetic charge? But it does. Your thoughts and your feelings affect your magnetic and electric charge, electromagnetism. So you gotta raise your vibration. You gotta not squander your seed, your sacred seed. Okay, your Christ oil. Okay, you have to let that Christ oil do its thing. You have to let it go through its cycle. You can't squander it every 30 days. You gotta let it sit and go back up to the brain, because the semen, if not squandered, gets absorbed in the body. You get all the nutrients, okay, after 28 days, and then it rises back up the kundalini to your brain, where it sits for 2.5 days, waiting to be refined and transmuted. And I'm going to keep repeating this so it gets into your brain of how this works. You have to have faith that it works, but to know when this cycle is working, you have to look at when the moon is in your sun sign, okay? There's a reason why you have a sign, okay? Because in the end times, the way you'll be able to tell is the end time is through the signs. And the signs are what? The signs of the stars, astrology. So when somebody says, what's your sign? That's exactly what they're talking about. And they said in the end times, you see the signs. Okay, what signs were they talking about? Okay, that's why you can see the sun and the moon out at the same damn time. You can see the sun and the moon out at the same time. Why? Because electrical and magnetic are starting to work together right now to change the reality of this planet. Okay, the reality of this planet is Earth is a living body. Earth is a living ecosystem, and we're just like little cells running around on this Earth. Right now, we're more of a cancer because we're destroying everything, we're abusing the Earth. We're not loving the Earth like we're supposed to. We're taking the Earth for granted, and Earth is not going to play around with that. Okay, so just like a person, if you have cancer, what do you have to do? You have to go through radiation to kill off all those toxic cancer cells. Okay, what's happening to the planet right now? The sun is getting hotter. The sun is radiating more and emitting more radiation through the solar flare. So now radiation has increased on this planet through the sun. And what does that mean? That means whatever is cancerous to this planet is going to be eradicated. That's just how it works. Right now, the sun and the moon is changing the frequency, right? The frequencies of this planet. It's changing the electromagnetism of this planet, which affects you as a human being because you have electromagnetism in you. So if the sun and the moon is affecting the electromagnetism of this planet, that means you are being affected as well. Your DNA structure is changing as we speak. Okay, your blood cells, everything within you is changing right now as we speak. Because the sun affects everything. Okay? The sun facilitates life. Okay, the moon facilitates wind. Okay, gravitational pull. So this duality of these concepts is pretty much all around you. Okay, it's spiritual, it's biblical, it's environmental, it's physical, it's mental. It's everything, guys. And like I said, you can't squander your seed away so easily. You're not supposed to. Okay, you're not supposed to have sex all the time and just keep releasing your energy, for whatever, or just squandering it by jerking off into a tissue. You're not supposed to be doing that. You're not meant to do that. When you retain, you get more power, you get more testosterone, you get physically stronger, you get more mental focus. Okay, you get female attraction. Yes, female attraction is there. It works. I'm 120 days in. Trust me, when I first started, I was looking for the attraction. Now, I just see it. I just be doing my thing, I feel something, turn around, and there's someone just staring at me. Some girl just staring at me. I go to the gym, doing my thing, minding my own business, and I turn around and this, it's before it used to be me. I'll be checking the girl out, and then she turn around, and then I have to act like I wasn't looking. Now it's me doing that. I'm turning around, and they acting like they not looking. Some of them don't even care. I'll be working out, and I see someone on a treadmill, a girl on a treadmill, and she's doing a thing, but she's looking at me, and I'm looking at her, and she's just not looking away. And I'm just like, damn, I don't know what it is. I'm not the biggest guy in the gym. I'm not extremely swole. I'm cut. I'm fit, but I'm not like, 80% of the people in the gym are like bigger than me. But for some reason, they staring at me. Even when they with their mans, they staring at me. It makes me uncomfortable, but hey, it is what it is. That's because that energy within me is magnified. It's heightened. It's very, very strong. Okay? And women can pick up on that because their energy field are pretty strong too. Their magnetic energy is really, really high. So they can feel that. They can feel that charge in you. They don't know what it is, but they can feel that charge. They can see it. They can feel it. Alright? And this is why you must retain. This is why you must be on semen retention. Couple that with fasting, praying, meditation, sun gazing, moon gazing, okay? Veganism. Because eating meat lowers your vibration. I don't care what you say. Okay? Yeah, you get proteins or whatever, but you're eating death. Okay? You're eating death. You're eating a dead animal. Okay? So why would you think you get life from eating death? No, you get life from eating life. Plants, fruits, and vegetables have life. Chlorophyll. Okay? The things that give you life. Sun energy. Okay? Plants have sun energy in them, which gives you life. So why would you think eating meat will give you life? You're eating a dead animal, something that died in a tragic, horrific way, and died in a low vibrational way. So in turn, you take on that energy, and that's why people have diseases and blockages in them, because they eating too much meat. Okay, I'm not saying you have to stop and become a vegan, but it's a balance. Okay, eat meat once a week, twice a week, and that's it. The rest of the time, you eating right. Okay, your body needs to get rid of all these toxins. There's a lot of toxin that comes with eating meat. Okay, you're eating dead animals, you're eating death. You should be eating life. Plants, fruits, vegetables. Okay? Things that will magnify and heighten your electrical and magnetic charge. Which in turn, if your magnetic and electric charge is high, then the law of attraction can begin to work with you, because you're vibrating high. Okay, electrical and magnetic charges within you affect your vibration, affect your frequency. So whatever frequency you're on, whatever vibration you're on, that's what you're gonna attract in your life. Okay. So if you want that car, you have to tune into the frequency of that car and vibrate high enough to pull that towards you. You know what I mean? To bring that into your reality, because your thoughts and your feelings create your reality. Okay, your brain and your heart create your reality. Okay, your brain is used for you to perceive what you're seeing. Okay, what you're looking at, it works with your eyes, so whatever you're taking in, the light makes objects, and your senses of what's around you, and your brain takes those electrical information, makes electrical charges, and turns it into your reality of what you're seeing. And then your heart helps you navigate through the world. You know, you feel your intuition of what you're doing and where you're going and what you're doing in this world. Okay, so it's the duality concept works in conjunction with each other. It's not separate. Okay, the yin and the yang, they flow into one another. They flow with each other. Okay, you gotta flow like water. You gotta let it all flow like water. Okay, transmute that energy that's within you. Don't just sit on it, because it's gonna burn. It's gonna burn. Okay, because vibration and frequency, the higher it gets, the hotter it gets. And when you have a high frequency, a high vibration, you create heat, and heat creates light. And light energy is very, very, very powerful. Okay, what you want to do is transmute that energy. How do you transmute it? Okay, you build upon your passion or your hobby, whatever. You sun gaze, you moon gaze. Okay, you eat healthy. Okay, vegan. Fasting. Fasting is definitely one way to transmute that energy, because through the act of fasting, you get rid of old blood cells, toxic blood cells, and you create new ones. So it's literally becoming born again. After the second, third day, your body is totally new. You have new blood cells. Everything about you is new. Okay, so you start to rebuild. It's like starting all over again. Okay, you spent 28 days doing whatever. You spend 2.5 days getting rid of all of that and refining yourself, becoming more pure and clean, and letting this Christ oil rise within you. Okay, so you can receive the benefits. Like I said, when you don't squander it and you let it go to your brain. Okay, once it goes into your third eye, back into your brain, you get focus, power, intuition, imagination, knowledge, understanding, wisdom. Okay, your magnetism is increased. Okay, there's a 1,000 benefits to this. I'm 120 days in, and I'm gonna make a video about all the benefits, but there's so many benefits, man. There's so many benefits. So like I said, the law of attraction, the duality concept, transmute that energy. Okay, transmute that energy through exercise. Okay, that's one of the best ways that I transmute that energy. So I exercise daily. When I'm not in the gym, I'm lifting weights at home with my dumbbells. If I'm in the gym, I'm going hard in the gym. Okay, so I literally work out every day, because I have to transmute that energy. I have to keep that energy flowing within me, that electric and magnetic energy flowing within me. Okay, that milk and the honey, the sun and the moon, I have to let that cycle continue. Okay, I have to let my heart and my brain work in conjunction with each other. So when you meditate and pray, and you exercise, you're utilizing your heart and your brain. Okay, to create that vibration, to create that high vibration that you need. So when you retain and don't squander, it's obviously a positive thing to do, because you're allowing that energy within you to rise, which in turn affects the reality of what's happening around you. Okay, your semen is your Christ oil. It's very important, so don't waste it. Okay, like I said, there's different frequencies, experiments that you can see on the internet where they do resonance experiments. They send certain sound frequencies into water and they can create a star. You can change matter, you can change. There's experiments that are done on sand where they literally change the structure of the sand by using sound. Okay, sound creates energy through electric and magnetism, and it can affect water. You're 70% water, the earth is 70% water. Everything around you works on that concept. So if you speak negative to the water in you, you're gonna have negative effects. If you speak positivity to the energy and the water in you, you're gonna have positive effects. There's experiments that are done with this, where the Japanese professor had the glass jar full of water and rice, and he spoke negative words to one glass jar, and then he spoke positive caring words to the other glass jar, and then after a month, the jar that he spoke negative to was pure black. The rice was black, spoiled, and moldy. The other one he spoke positive to was even more clear, more crystallized, more fine, more refined, okay, and pure. Okay, that's because water, okay, combine those energies, electric and magnetic, combined with water, okay, that's information, and that affects your reality. That can affect your molecular structure, and that's why everything on the planet is changing right now. The sun and the moon is affecting the earth body and the water, and it's affecting you, your body, and the water within you. So right now, since the energy from the sun and the moon is changing and becoming a higher frequency, you want to raise your frequency in conjunction with the sun and the moon. You want to be vibrating high also, so you can receive the benefits, and the law of attraction will begin to work with you. Okay, electromagnetism, pineal gland, pituitary gland. Okay, your heart and your brain, duality concept, solar, lunar, your aura, your chakra, the milk and the honey. Okay, and that's just where I'm gonna leave it at, guys. And I hope this made sense. And if you liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll definitely make a video on all the benefits of retaining your semen. But yeah, with all that being said, guys, I'll leave a link in the description. If you like this game, you can purchase this game. And yeah, you guys have a good day and stay safe out there, alright? Don't have any fear in your heart. Just retain your semen and know that everything will be alright. Alright, guys. Peace.